David DADIKYAN versus KAMIL Jablonski has to go down in the history books as one of the most boring matches in the history of arm wrestling. It was so bad that during the winning speech, one of the athletes just walked off. He wasn't even in the mood to say anything. He wasn't even in the mood to celebrate his victory. It was so bad. So first round, DADIKYAN prevented KAMIL from going into his flop press. He was constantly warning the referees that KAMIL's wrist cannot be bent back like this, it needs to be straight. But I don't think Bill Collins was aware of that rule. And I don't really think KAMIL was bending his wrist backwards that much. Maybe it was like 5% back. So that's what KAMIL was complaining about. DADIKYAN was complaining about. KAMIL was also not happy with the referees. So the issues were there right from the beginning. But somehow DADIKYAN was able to just push KAMIL down, like straight down. At first he got stuck in a flop press, but then he realized it is not going to work. Luckily he fouled. He was able to escape that. Then he just pushed KAMIL down in the first round. So that was 1-0 DADIKYAN. Second round, once again a total mess. Wasn't really starting on time. This time KAMIL went inside. He went for a tricep press instead of a flop press. He just got hooked by DADIKYAN, and hooking DADIKYAN is not a smart choice, man. It's not a smart choice. It ended badly for KAMIL, 2-0 DADIKYAN. And I'm just excluding all of the bullshit part where the warnings, the false starts, the shoulder touching and the complaints and the walking off the table during the referee's grip. All sorts of things that were not supposed to happen were happening in this match. So third round, KAMIL was on a foul. I think DADIKYAN was also on a foul. This time KAMIL was able to slip, but then there was a review. It wasn't really a slip, but DADIKYAN was getting into some trouble. He was stopping KAMIL here and he was not able to move KAMIL an inch back. But somehow they slipped, they got to the strap. KAMIL was already on one foul. He got another warning, and then he got another warning, which was reviewed later on, but it was not reversed. The crowd started booing because the match ended on fouls. I did see DADIKYAN going down. To be honest, if DADIKYAN was not grabbing KAMIL low in the straps, he was going down. There is no way he was preventing KAMIL's flop from taking him down to the pad with a top roll. Zero possibility of that happening. DADIKYAN is not Vitaly Laletin. So he had to grab low, he had to hook. I wanted to see if DADIKYAN was doing that or not, because he didn't do that in the earlier rounds. So that's how this match ended. DADIKYAN won. He didn't even say much during the winning speech. He was sad. He just left the stage because he also knows that this was probably one of the top 3, or at least at this stage, probably the most boring match that we have ever seen. So anyways, DADIKYAN is the man. He just won this match again. He's on a winning streak on the left arm, and the next sensible match for him in the super heavyweight division is none other than Vitaly Laletin or maybe Devon Ladd, because stylistically Devon is a good opponent, a tough opponent for DADIKYAN. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again.